This morning we're catching up with Runcorn Town Assistant Manager Daniel Jarrett again after one of our training sessions. Morning Danny, how are you doing?
Right. Yeah, not bad, thanks.
So we've been having a training session this morning. The guys have actually been doing a bit more ball work. Are you pleased that we've now got a date for the season to start, so we've got something to sort of work towards now?
Yeah, definitely. It now puts us onto the next step of our plan to head towards a new season. I think the boys themselves were all itching to get something, to hear something back. Now we have. I think the excitement's beginning to come back again now that we're going to get some football.
Definitely, everybody seems to have been enjoying themselves during the sessions that I've seen so far. In terms of the players' fitness, everybody's sort of looking fit and well. They've been looking after themselves over the summer. Do you think they're more fit than they have been during a normal sort of pre-season?
I think you get the same old that stay fit out of season normally, but I think this year I could honestly say near enough everyone that's come back has come back fitter, a lot fitter. They're looking in good shape. Obviously, because of this time, unfortunately, some of them aren't able to work, so they've got a lot of spare time on their hands, and they've used it to some effect. And it's great. It's great to see. It makes it a lot easier on our side of things. We can get into things a lot sooner. The boys are up for it. So yeah.
And hopefully we're going to be able to start some pre-season friendlies shortly, initially without fans it looks like, until the actual season gets started. In terms of the pre-season opposition, we're still sort of finalising the pre-season schedule. Are we looking to be playing some teams from higher leagues to sort of pit ourselves against them and sort of show what we can do?
That's the plan. It's always good to play teams above us because we want to know how far away we are. We always want to test ourselves, and also it's a good one for the boys. So if they want to go higher, they need to see for their opponents and see what they need to do to be better, or think they are better than them and they can push on. So fingers crossed we can get some big games. Even if it's against the likes of a Salford City 21s or whatever, that's still quality, and it's for the boys there to test themselves.
Yeah, it gives everybody the opportunity to show what they can do. And we've spoken before about the Runcorn Town youth team is being relaunched again this season. Is the plan to get the youth team sort of training and involved with the first team to give them a sort of progression plan?
That's the plan. I know it's early days, but the future or the vision is to be all one, so we've got an 18s, the 18s come and train with us. If we like the look of someone, come here lad, come and have a, come and play with us. It's getting them involved and getting them on to be part of Runcorn Town, because there's nothing worse than being, a separate club but with the same name. You want to be together. And if we can do that, anything can happen, because we might find a gem that will step into the first team, and from here you never know, we might step on again somewhere else. So things like this do happen, and they need to start somewhere. Sure,
and we're hoping that once the youth team season gets started, we're not entirely sure where the games are going to be played. Do you think yourself and Macca might get the opportunity to sort of watch them occasionally and see for yourself if there's any sort of gems there?
Well, personally, I think any good manager would want to go and see what their youth team are doing. Last year I went and watched, I think they were only in the under 15s, and there were some very good players there at the time. So, and it's nice for them to see a first team, even if it's a player, manager, paying interest. Showing some attention to him. So yeah,
it's nice if we can get some sort of more sort of local young talent as well involved with the first team.
Exactly, like you say, we've got a couple now, the likes of Owen, Liam, and George Webster. They're all local lads. So the future is good for Runcorn. There's plenty of players out here. It's just a case of how much they want it, and come and get it. So.
Fantastic, that's great. Thank you very much for your time again, Danny. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Cheers.